Alright, so I've got the AC controls all mounted up. You notice what I had to actually do was change my mind. Used a little 1/2-inch block of wood. Made myself a spacer for each side. Just kind of cut it out to the shape, drilled a hole through the center so you could still mount it up in there. The reason I did that was putting washers or a little piece of tubing. I figured it'd kind of be a little unstable, so I wanted something a little more sturdy. Used a 1/2-inch block of wood, both sides. As you can see, it's pretty in there, and it actually fits pretty good. A lot easier. So that's what I had to do there. Next step is just going to be getting everything put in, and one last thing with the ashtray as well. I've noticed a lot of people will notch the bottom of the dash bezel out right there where the ashtray goes. That right there I'm not really wanting to do. I figured something a little bit easier just be to go ahead and hold on. Basically get everything all on there, and then what I'm going to do is, instead of where this don't open anymore, notching out that, instead of doing that, I'm going to do a little bit easier. Get myself a piece of electrical tape, blue tape, whatever you want to do, and basically just mark the bottom of your ashtray right there at the bottom of the bezel and where it's going to hit. Okay, right like so. And that right there is where we're going to trim our ashtray out to actually slide in and out. If you notice, that line pretty much matches up right there on the very top of the ashtray. Okay, if you mess this up, it's probably a whole lot cheaper and easier to go to the junkyard or order one, whatever you got to do, buy a new one, rather than it is to actually go out and find a whole new bezel because you messed it up trying to notch the bottom of the bezel out. Also, I think it just looks a lot cleaner, and I've seen people do it this way, but by notching the bezel out, and I'm going to try my way, see how much better that looks. Alright, so once I finish all that, radio should be in, this is all done, this cut, and everything put back together. Alright.